late Sunday night, or maybe early Monday morning if you're tuning them in, the 49ers pulled off a win that's worth sitting back and really appreciating. Coming out of New Orleans against the Saints, San Francisco didn't just grab a victory. They made a statement. After letting that win sink in for a few hours, the more you think about how they played, the more impressive it becomes. This isn't just a win on the scoreboard. It's a reflection of progress, character, and potential. Looking back at the first 2 games of the season, the Niners are doing things they couldn't quite manage last year. In 2024, these were the exact games that slipped through their fingers. Games where they were competitive, where they were right there in the final moments, but somehow everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Offensively, they couldn't consistently drive the ball when it mattered. Defensively, they couldn't seal the deal when the opponent was on the ropes. It was as if they were caught in a domino effect, unable to stop the avalanche that seemed to follow them after that heartbreaking Super Bowl loss. That Super Bowl defeat still looms large, coming so close against Kansas City, only to fall short in overtime due to self-inflicted mistakes, is the kind of emotional and physical burden that lingers. The offseason afterward felt heavy, like a shadow that hung over the team heading into 2024. Training camp brought its own drama, from contract controversies to management questions, and by the time the season kicked off, the Niners were struggling to find a rhythm. This year, though, there's a noticeable shift. The early victories show character, smart complementary football, and flashes of brilliance from young players that simply weren't there last year. Week 1 offered a dramatic start, with a comeback on the road against a heated rival in Seattle. Brock Purdy, 6 for 6 on the game-winning drive, reminded everyone exactly why he's worth the investment. When the offense needed him most, he delivered. On the defensive side, Nick Bosa finished the game in style, forcing the fumble that clinched the victory. The Niners weren't at full strength, but they still walked away with a signature win, and the defense, which had questions heading into the season, showed promise. Week 2, however, might have been even more telling. Facing the Saints on the road with a backup quarterback under center and dealing with injuries, San Francisco still found a way to win. Brock Purdy's potential absence in the coming weeks has people questioning what comes next, but today's performance by Mac Jones should put those fears to rest. Protected well, running the ball efficiently, and executing Kyle Shanahan's game plan, Jones looked poised and confident. 26 completions on 39 attempts for 279 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions, a passer rating over 113. On the road, with injuries and a backup situation, that's more than competent. That's impressive. Even when adversity struck, the offense responded. Losing a key lineman mid-game didn't derail their rhythm. Jones maintained pocket awareness, showed mobility, and delivered layered throws that kept the offense moving. On the other side of the ball, the defense again made the plays when it mattered most. Nick Bosa and Bryce Huff delivered critical sacks late in the game, demonstrating not just skill, but timing and composure. Huff, in particular, showed explosiveness off the edge that could make him a cornerstone for the defense this season, all while being an under $8 million investment. That kind of impact play is exactly what elevates a team from good to elite. This team isn't just surviving adversity, they're thriving under it. The defensive line, with contributions from rookies and first-year players like Mike Williams, is making opponents pay. Williams is already demanding double teams, collapsing the pocket, and opening up lanes for Bosa and Huff. The versatility to play multiple positions, from defensive end to tackle, combined with raw speed and power, is a game-changer for San Francisco's front. This kind of chess piece coaching from Robert Saleh and the staff is fast-tracking these young players, making them threats in multiple phases of the game. The special teams, often overlooked, are doing their part too. Punting, kickoff coverage, and field goal accuracy all contributed to the win. Even when a kicker misses an initial attempt, shaking off the rust, and coming back to make multiple field goals demonstrates resilience. The Niners are playing true complementary football. Offense helping defense, defense supporting offense, special teams contributing when needed. That synergy has been missing in past seasons, but it's clearly present now, and it's helping the team win in a way that's sustainable and repeatable. Christian McCaffrey continues to be a game changer, both on the ground and through the air, achieving milestones like 50 career rushing touchdowns and 30 receiving touchdowns, while also executing critical routes and making key plays in the passing game. He is showing exactly why he's one of the most versatile offensive threats in the league. When healthy, his presence changes everything for this offense. All these elements, quarterback poise, defensive dominance, special teams reliability, and offensive versatility, are coming together in a way that makes this Niners team feel different from last year. Wins aren't just coming. They're coming with style, with substance, and with a sense that this team is moving in the right direction. They're showing mental toughness, skill execution, and the ability to overcome challenges, and that's a big deal in a division as competitive as theirs. With 2-0 to start the season, two different quarterbacks leading on the road, and a collection of young talent starting to shine, San Francisco is quietly building something special, and it's only the beginning. Beyond the win itself, what's really striking is how the young players are stepping up and starting to define themselves in real time. Mike Williams, for example, is showing glimpses of what could be a dominant presence on the defensive line for years to come. In just his second game, he's already forcing attention from multiple blockers, setting the edge on running plays, and creating pressure in passing situations. The fact that he can operate as both a defensive end and interior rusher gives the Niners a level of versatility that few teams can match. With Nick Bosa on one side and Bryce Huff on the other, Williams in the interior creates mismatches that make opposing offensive lines scramble to adjust. This kind of depth, combined with speed and power across the defensive front, opens opportunities not just for individual stats, but for the entire unit to dominate. And it's not just him. Upton Stout, lined up at slot corner and blitzing at key moments, recorded his first career sack while also influencing the quarterback's decision-making. Marcel Harris has shown rapid growth in coverage and tackling, and even when young players make mistakes, like giving up a touchdown on a difficult matchup, it's clear that the coaching staff is accelerating their development. The way Robert Saleh uses these players, strategically placing them in situations to maximize impact, is creating a kind of fast-tracked learning environment where talent is nurtured through real game experience. Every week, these young athletes are being tested, and every week, they're proving they can rise to the occasion. The offensive side continues to impress, too. Brock Purdy may be sidelined for the next game or two, but the way Mac Jones stepped in today shows that this offense can maintain momentum regardless of personnel changes. Shanahan's system, focused on strong run support, clean pass protection, and creative play calling, allows quarterbacks to operate confidently, whether they're experienced starters or backups stepping into pressure situations. Running the ball effectively, taking what the defense gives, and maintaining composure in the pocket has elevated the offense to a level that complements what the defense is already doing. When all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams, are clicking, the Niners are capable of winning games in ways that feel complete and sustainable. Christian McCaffrey remains an irreplaceable piece of that puzzle. Today's performance showcased his dual-threat ability, blending precise route running with the agility to break tackles and extend plays. He's more than just a playmaker. He's a catalyst that opens space for others and keeps defenses on their heels. Paired with an offensive line that is developing chemistry quickly, even with injuries and lineup changes, the passing game is thriving. Tight ends, receivers, and running backs are all seeing openings, and Mac Jones is executing with poise that makes every drive feel like a calculated and deliberate progression down the field. Defensively, the Niners are beginning to resemble the unit that dominated in years past, but with a new twist. Depth is creating opportunities for rotation and strategic deployment of personnel in key moments. Bryce Huff, in particular, has emerged as a reliable closer, delivering impact plays at critical junctures. His strip sack today is a perfect example of how situational awareness, technique, and sheer athleticism combine to swing momentum. The defensive line is not just a unit anymore. It's a force that can dictate the flow of a game, disrupting rhythm and forcing mistakes, while simultaneously creating space for linebackers and secondary players to capitalize. Fred Warner continues to be the centerpiece of the linebacking core, reading plays with near-perfect precision and generating turnovers that change the complexion of the game. Special teams cannot be overlooked either. Thomas Morstead's punting, coupled with kickoff coverage and field goal execution, ensures that the Niners are gaining positional advantage every time the ball changes hands. Eddie Pinero's field goals from 40-plus yards, particularly after missing a PAT earlier, demonstrate resilience and mental toughness that reinforces the team's overall mindset. When every phase is contributing reliably, San Francisco is playing football that doesn't just rely on one unit carrying the team. It's a synchronized performance where each segment reinforces the other. Another aspect worth noting is the way this team is handling adversity. Injuries, backups stepping in, tough road environments. These are situations that would have historically derailed them. Yet, they're responding with discipline, execution, and energy. The mental and emotional resilience is a direct reflection of leadership from both coaches and veteran players. Kyle Shanahan's play calling adapts to circumstances without losing identity, and the players are executing with precision. There's a confidence that wasn't evident in previous seasons, a sense that they are learning from the past and building something durable. Looking ahead, the Niners have momentum. They're 2-0 on the road, with two different quarterbacks having delivered wins, and the team is already laying a foundation for the rest of the season. The combination of veteran leadership, emerging stars, and strategic coaching is starting to pay off. Every week, these young players gain experience, and every week, the team shows that they can handle challenges without losing composure. Wins are becoming statements, and the style in which they're being won is sending a clear message to the division. San Francisco is competitive, balanced, and capable of more than just close calls. They're capable of dominating games when it matters most. The storylines emerging aren't just about victories. They're about development, adaptability, and execution. From Mac Jones' efficient management of the offense to the defensive line, creating chaos. From McCaffrey's dual-threat brilliance to the young secondary learning quickly and making plays, every piece of the puzzle is contributing. The Niners are no longer a team that simply hopes for the best. They're a team that creates opportunities, maximizes talent, and executes with precision. This growth isn't just promising. It's tangible, measurable, and exciting. The early season results are more than wins. They're evidence of a team building momentum, identity, and resilience, all of which are setting the stage for a season that could be truly special. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL world is buzzing tonight after a jaw-dropping statement allegedly made by superstar running back Christian McCaffrey, targeting 49ers wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk. Sources close to the players hint that tensions within the league may be boiling over, and insiders claim McCaffrey's words could ignite a storm in the locker room. According to whispers circulating on social media and among team insiders, McCaffrey didn't hold back in his criticism, questioning Aiyuk's commitment and on-field decision-making in a way that's rarely seen among top-tier professionals. While neither player has publicly confirmed the altercation, the rumor mill is running wild. Pundits are already speculating that this could affect team dynamics, with some suggesting the 49ers may need to step in to mediate before the situation escalates further. The timing couldn't be more dramatic, coming just weeks before the playoffs, when chemistry and focus are at their most crucial. Fans are divided, some defending Aiyuk and calling McCaffrey's comments unprovoked, while others argue that McCaffrey, known for his precision and high standards, might simply be voicing frustrations shared privately within the team. The tension between the two stars, if confirmed, could reshape narratives across the league. Analysts are debating whether this feud could influence game outcomes, trading strategies, or even the mental approach of both players. Meanwhile, social media has erupted, with hashtags trending that reference the alleged clash, memes flying fast, and debate threads that show no sign of slowing. Even veteran sports commentators are weighing in, adding fuel to the fire. and the rumor alone is generating headlines reminiscent of some of the most dramatic locker room revelations in NFL history. As of now, the situation remains unofficial, but the ripple effect is undeniable. Fans, insiders, and even rival teams are watching closely, waiting for a confirmation or a denial that could either diffuse or inflame the controversy. Whether this is the start of a genuine conflict or just a blown-up misunderstanding, one thing is certain. McCaffrey's alleged comments about Brandon Aiyuk have captured the imagination of the NFL world, and the buzz shows no sign of dying down anytime soon. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.